Welcome to a quiet consortium, a place to shut out worldly chaos and retreat into the comforting palace of one's own thoughts and imagination. Sip tea while engaging the light contemplative, and wish for all things realized but never traversed in the shadowy flux of our inner core.
Count the ums and you knows, count them all day long. Count the ums and you knows, they're still going strong. Ah, shit. Hello, so this is just going to be a short one on my dad with the anniversary of this, the 3-year anniversary of this unfortunate passing away on January 24th of 2015. I'm not going to make this a big deal or a big production. Well, it ain't going to be a big production no matter what, because I'm just not at that level yet. So I wrote a song about my dad a little while after he passed away, and originally I called it Guitar Hero because my dad was a musician, played the guitar, and it was sort of a pun with the video game. If I had to do it over again, I probably wouldn't have named it that, because it's too distracting from the whole point of the song. I have never even seen that video game or whatever. I actually play the guitar.
Whoa there.
So maybe a couple things. Oh, and then of course I will include at least one of my dad's songs in this podcast. My song, whatever I might rename it, but whatever it's called, it's just, yeah, well, obviously it's about my dad, about his life, in not a real detailed way. It's just, so he was a baby boomer, so that would make me a Generation Xer. So grew up in the 60s, was a bit of a hippie, and I don't think he ever took it as far as smelling like patchouli or anything like that, but the lyrics in my song, a couple of them are, he was a hippie by creed, meaning, sort of his ethics and his philosophy, during those times, and a rocker by deed, because he was that, classic rock and roll guy, a really great musician, like a lot of great musicians. He was good at what he did within the range of what he did, but he never achieved any degree of, notoriety or success. And, I have this feeling about musicians and artists of any type. They're really good, there are good ones that don't make it to the spotlight. I think whether somebody makes it to the spotlight or not is hopefully always going to be dependent on some amount of talent, although well, I could do a separate rant about that. But that doesn't then mean that everyone with a true musical gift is going to make it into the limelight. Let's see, so it's not a very long song, not that many lyrics, but a more important aspect of the song is probably goes into, in a very roundabout way, some of the details of my own life. I've struggled all my life with many, many issues, including major dependency on drugs and alcohol. My dad was sober himself 30-something years at the time he passed away. So, along with my mom, children of addict children of obviously parents. there aren't children. I mean, anyway, they really put their parents through hell. They can really do that. I certainly did that, and that can't be undone. However, there's some spark of something good that I'll always carry with me, and that's I got sober in 2013. And I'm still doing that, and I'm still hanging on with that, coming up on a 5-year anniversary. And Dad got to see, a little of that, for about almost 2 years of that. He got to see me finally, after struggling with not even just drugs and alcohol, but with life for so long, really get a ray of hope going, that he was able to witness. And my only regret about that is that I didn't even do a better job of relaying to him just how profound the changes were. I just think from a distance he was like, well, he's staying sober now, and that's good, and I don't know. I wish I could have communicated to him better that this is really something have a 1,000% commitment to, and really I'm doing better now than I have in years. But his untimely, at 70 years old death, because in modern times, I mean, the life expectancy gets to be longer, and he was in general good health otherwise. He passed away some kind of brain aneurysm or some kind of one of those freak medical things that do happen. But he got to see and witness me getting sober, and there are lyrics in the song pertaining to that. Only I geek out on stuff like this, but so the song is in the key of D, and the first three chords are D, A, D, Dad. Anyway, I like little stuff like that. So I'm going to go into my song at some point, and then later on I'll splice in something about whichever one or two of his songs I choose to include in this, and I might give some details on that. I'm working on my ums and my you-knows.
So that's what that thing in the beginning was.
Okay, I'm not a racist or anything, but I will not tolerate any more ums or you-knows in this podcast. I'm a God-fearing something or another. Okay, so I decided I'm not going to include a bunch of my dad's songs or even one or two of them for the simple reason that I think about it, and I have access to a lot of this stuff, and I'm like, what would be the perfect song to include that encapsulates the very essence of my dad? And it's like, fuck that. I thought what I'd do is just include a recording made all the way back in 1997 of me and him playing guitar and singing. He's doing a song called, I believe, Already Gone by, I believe it's Dire Straits, and it's me harmonizing during the chorus. So I thought that would be in keeping with the whole me and dad theme. That would be the best thing, and also it got me through my impasse of trying to decide what to play. And then after that will be my song, the one I wish was no longer called Guitar Hero. Oh, but wait a minute, I wrote the song, so I have complete executive privilege here. So as of right this moment, I'm gonna rename it. It's no longer Guitar Hero, it is going to be called Jump in My Britches and Scratch All My Itches. So, Already Gone, me and Dad, 1997, followed by my song.
Well, I heard some people talking just the other day, and they said you were gonna put me on the shelf. They tell you got some news for you, and you soon find out it's true, and you have to eat your lunch all by yourself. 'Cause I'm already gone, and I'm feeling strong. I will sing this victory song. However, better that you run, make me stop and wonder why. But I guess you felt that you had to say things right. Well, just free. So oftentimes it happens that we live our lives in chains, and we never even know we have the key. And I'm already down, and I'm feeling strong. We'll sing this sleepy song. And I'm already gone. I'm already gone. Yeah, I'm already gone.
Alright, I took a beta blocker and those are supposed to help with performance anxiety, so we shall see. Everyone has a hero, let me tell you about mine. The only cool baby boomer from a rock and roll time. He did the things that he had to, he made the best of it then. A hippie by Creed, a rocker by Vito, man. He always had my back now, maybe just a little too much. If I could have him back now, would I tell him as much? He worried cause I gave him reason, and such a hellion I was. But he surely knew I had to have that for myself. It finally took what it took now. It's never the way that you think. And the victory here is he got to see part of that show. Always had my back now, maybe just a little too much. If I could have him back now, would I tell him as much? First fucking take. Alright, that's all the time we have, and it's only ever all the time we have. Enjoy the sounds of me playing the classic Martin D18 acoustic guitar that I inherited from my dad, who will always be around.